Hey, welcome to Corbellic Studios. I'm Corbellic. Today we're going to be doing a figurative, curvy woman, beautiful woman who's got a lot of different curves. She doesn't have her portrait on there where she doesn't have her head, but whatever. These things are going to be cool right here because you can always play around, especially when it comes to the beautiful woman's body and the femininity and all of that stuff. People love it when it comes to eBay. They love it when it comes to all art in general. So you can always be abstract. You can always have so much different fun when it comes to the woman's body. All right, so that's what we're going to do in this painting. It's just going to be a figurative, curvy shape, but it's also going to be abstraction in a way. And I'm going to try to like blend in a lot of my colors with the heavy brush. I love doing that. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, you can see this is what I'm talking about right here. This is one of my earlier paintings, and you can just see it's just like an abstract, figurative woman, but it's like gallery museum-esque kind of thing. I don't know. I didn't go to art school. I don't know what I'm talking about. All I know is I see something cool. I want to paint it. I want to make it into my own version. If I see something that's a reference either from AI or Pinterest, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to see how it's going to turn out. I'm going to make it into a Corbellic way. And nobody can say, "Oh, you can't do that. You didn't create the woman's body." Well, obviously. But neither did you. So I could paint whatever I want. I remember one time, it was like 3 years ago, and I was like, I was like right in the middle of my eBay grind. Like I was really grinding it. No fillers, just straight focused, blinders all the way on. And then I was doing this painting of a figurative woman, right? Like, you know how many people in history has done figurative women? So, but I did this figurative woman, and I had this artist reach out to me and was like, "That's my art. That's my woman." And I'm like, "So you created the figure of a woman, is what you're telling me?" That's just like, I think I did a painting of also a dog or a cat or something, and somebody was like, "Is that your copyright? Did you do that, dog?" Yes, I created the animal dog, right? Like, sometimes people don't even hear themselves, or they just want to complain. I don't even get it. Like, you're concerned about the wrong things. And then I know these people are broke. Like, you're worried about the wrong things. And boom, battery died for a minute there, but we're back. Don't know what we were talking about, but all right. So this is going to be pretty simple because I'm just using the really big one right here. This is like the 1.5 inch brush, and I'm just going to do colors on the outside of the female body. Like, she's in the inside. The colors are in the inside, but it's going to be like on the outside layer, just like this, right? Like, look, you see how I'm doing like the pink or the color? Like, watch this, just like this, then like this, right? Like this, and then like this, right? And then like this. Let's add a little bit of brown. I love doing it like this because I'm going to show you it all comes together when you blend it. So I'm like, I don't know if you know this about Corbellic or not, but I'm kind of like a blending specialist. I don't really do it all the time, but that's how I started off doing my art. Is I was doing a lot of blends. And the secret to how to do blends is do the color first, or the darker color area, whatever you're going to choose, the heavier color, right? Have that be on the outskirts, kind of like what we're doing. And then now that you have those areas there, right? Now that we just put those there, now only thing that you have to do is just go with the white and put it in the inside. That's it. But then you could blend it, but try not to blend it too much. It's kind of a science. So like this. Boom. All right. Let's take a little bit of the beige color or the cream color. Like this. Like that. Now let's go back with the beige color. And then You see how we blended it in? It goes really quick. I love doing these, and it's even easier when you have a larger canvas. And it makes it look like you went to art school. You're just not being heavy-handed on the colors that you laid out. And that's that. Look, that's pretty much that. I mean, the painting's pretty much done. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go a little bit heavier with a dark purple. No, let me do a little bit of blue. And then this area where we have it to be, where it's dark at, look at that. I'm going to do that. Just a little bit of that. Just a little bit of this. Yeah. We're gonna make it special. Look, you see how I'm doing this? Just a little bit of that purplish blue on the, look at that. Yeah? All right, now, only thing we have to do now is just go in with the black where the body is at, because we already have the proportions. This is what we use the projector for. We use the projector for scenarios like this. All right, now we just take the black. I think I left my black out overnight with the lid off. And what's crazy is, like, even with the blick, it'll stay still kind of like fluid, but it's still kind of too thick for me. I don't know, maybe I want to shave a little bit of a layer off the top. Let me see. No, it's fine. I'll still work with it, right? We're renegades here. There's no rules. We're not perfectionists around here. What do we care? Look, the black is still working. And I had the lid off all night. Look at that. This is what we have the projector for. So we can go off of the proportions and not have to think about it. Look at this. So beautiful. And when it comes to doing a female body, or when it comes to doing any type of figurative art such as this, there's no mistakes, because God didn't make a mistake when he made the beautiful woman. So you can't make a mistake when you're painting her. That's why you would always see Leonardo da Vinci, he would always paint a woman's figure. Look at this. I mean, we're just flowing right now, but look, this is only taking us, what, 5-7 minutes to do? And it's coming out looking like it's a museum painting. Now imagine you do this on a larger painting, a 16 by 20 or a 24 by 36, something like that. You're going to have more control and you're going to have more beautiful lines because it's bigger. So you're going to have more of your body into the art, because you're going to have more flow and freedom into your expression. Now let's take a little bit of red. This is so beautiful. This is why I love doing these paintings. I told you that I'm a blending expert of sorts. And that's that. That's that. I don't want to mess around with her too much. She's already beautiful as is. I don't want to do anything else. And boom, look at this. Look at that. See? Isn't that beautiful? We did this together. Nice, beautiful, figurative woman. And we were able to do something so beautiful in such a small 14 by 11 compact size, but we were able to punch in so much in such a short period of time. You see how you're able to do this as well? Like, if I can do this, then you can do it. My mind is out of it, my ego is out of it, and everything else comes to me. And it can come to you as well as long as you exercise it. You have to be willing to feel free. You have to be willing to risk it. You have to be willing to put yourself out there, and everything will come to you. And I know this is a fact because everybody who's part of the elite community, they are able to say, hey, I put myself out there. I said, what do I have to lose? And I'm surprised at the beautiful artwork that I'm able to make. And I never would have been able to make it if you didn't show me these techniques and these different ways of how to push my mind and my boundaries to create art. So if you want to learn how you could do this yourself without thinking about it, using the projector, join the free eBay art community below, and I'll see you in the next video.